Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
So the first question is, silkworm, is it a caterpillar or is it a larva? So guys, most of the children get confused in this, but guys, let me tell you, both of these means same. Caterpillar is a larva, so the correct answer will be both A and B. Okay, both A and B is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. You have to explain the following terms. The first one is rearing, and rearing simply means taking care of animals in order to obtain animal product, and in this case we are talking about rearing of silkworms. Okay, so guys, whenever we are taking care of silkworms, we are taking care of their shelter, we are taking care of their food. For example, in this case we took care of mulberry tree plantation, right? So whenever we are taking care of silkworms in order to obtain silk is known as sericulture. So guys, so first and third are interconnected. Rearing means taking care, and when we are taking care of silkworm in order to obtain silk, it is known as sericulture. Then second one is left, which is reeling. So guys, what do we mean by reeling? Reeling is simply the process through which we are separating silk fibers from the cocoons of the silkworm. Okay, so this is reeling. Next question is, out of the following, which are the two terms related to silk production? So let's have a look at which of the following are related to the silk production. Sericulture, floriculture, moriculture, apiculture and silviculture. So guys, we are also given with some of the hints. The first hint is silk production involves cultivation of mulberry leaves. Why? For the simple reason that caterpillar eats mulberry leaves. Guys, so the most common type of silk is mulberry silk. Okay, although there are other type of silk also, but here we are taking care of mulberry leaves, and this process is known as moriculture. Okay, this is known as moriculture. And then the second point is, scientific name of mulberry is Morus alba, and that is why we call this as moriculture, where we are taking care of the plantation of mulberry leaves. So the two terms which are related to the silk production are sericulture and moriculture. In sericulture, we are taking care of, or we are rearing silkworms in order to obtain silk, and in moriculture we are taking care of mulberry trees. Okay, so these are the two terms which are related to the silk production. Next question is, how do we distinguish between a real and artificial silk? Now comes the knowledge that silk is made up of what? Proteins, right? And our hair are also made up of protein. So guys, what we'll do, we will take two samples. One is original silk and the other one is artificial silk, and we will try to burn both the samples, and we will find that the real silk will burn with the smell of burning hair. It has a distinguished smell, right? So real silk is going to burn with the smell of burning hair because it contains protein, whereas artificial silk will burn simply like any paper. Okay, so this is the way how you can distinguish between real and artificial silk. Now the next question is, what are tussar and muga? So guys, tussar and it should be moga. So tussar and moga are a variety of silk. Just like mulberry silk, we have other varieties of silk which are tussar silk and moga silk. Okay. Next question is, how do farmers come to know that silkworm is ready to spin the cocoon? Yes. Then again, how does a farmer know? Students, what happens is, silkworm stops eating mulberry leaves, and the moment these silkworms stop eating the mulberry leaves, the farmer can identify that now they are ready to build their cocoon around itself. Okay, so this is the way. Next question is, you have to explain the history of silk moth. Very simple. Let's just understand this with the help of this diagram. First step, the adult moth will lay eggs. Second step, it will convert into larva or caterpillar, and it will keep on eating mulberry silk. Okay, and the moment it stops eating mulberry silk, what will happen? Farmer will come to know that they are ready to build the cocoon around itself, which is also sometimes called as a pupa. Okay, so it will build a cocoon around itself. After the moth develops, it will leave the cocoon and it will develop into adult silk moth, and we can collect these cocoons and put it into a tank, in a large tank which has boiling hot water, and then we can separate the silk fiber, and this process will be called as reeling. So I really hope guys that you would have understood this concept really well. Thank you so much for your attention.